So, you see, I'm down in the bar talking to Bob. We're having a little breakfast, see? And, well, we're rehashing the wedding, Delia's hysterics, and the whole bit. And in the front door, with a big smile plastered all over his face, comes Frank. Now, I know it's early in the morning, and Frank's never happy early in the morning. Well, it wasn't that early. It was about 8 o'clock, see? And I know that because the mail hadn't come in yet.
What did he say?
Well, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to it, if you'd just be patient.
Oh, how's Ryan?
Sound asleep. Well, she was crossways in the crib, so I shifted her.
Good, good. Yeah?
Yeah, well, anyway, Jack, I was telling him about Frank coming into the bar with big news this morning, a big smile plastered all over his face.
John, get on with it.
Well, all right. Frank and Jill are going to get married.
I knew it. I knew it. When I saw them at Faith, I knew it would come soon.
Well, if you knew it, what'd you have me go on and tell you about it for?
Because she wanted not to spoil your fun.
Oh.
That's terrific. They set a date?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, not yet. Well, Frank wants to get an annulment first so we can be married in the church.
Really? Well, how's he going to manage that?
The Chancery demands very specific grounds, as we discovered.
The hard way.
It wouldn't be just Frank. You know, Delia would have to be in on it, too.
Yeah, well, anyway, Frank's over to see Mac and discuss all of that this morning, because he thinks he has grounds based on Delia's state of mind. The time they were married. She was crazy about Pat, and then it was us, the family, she was crazy about.
I mean, marriage is not a valid sacrament. If people don't mean the vows, I mean, the intention has to be in the right place, and they believe maybe that Delia's wasn't.
Well, she certainly acted crazy the day of the wedding.
Oh, well, you'd make a nice objective witness.
It's true, Ma, isn't it true?
I don't know. I mean, Delia and Frank were a long time ago. Delia and Pat is what we had this whole long winter. Oh, I feel used and a bit like a fool.
Darling, we're not eye doctors. How could we know whether she had her sight or didn't have her sight? And anyway, she kept talking about how she loved Pat, how she didn't want to worry Pat.
Mm-hmm. She was saying the same thing last night.
Well, thank God I wasn't around to hear.
Oh, she made me so angry. Begging me to let her stay here because little John needed his mother.
Oh, and did she even bother to say goodbye to him when she waltzed off on your trip to the Caribbean?
You know, even in all of the rage, I still find myself feeling
If you say you're going to feel sorry for her, I'm going to go totally berserk.
Well, I don't want the girl to come to any harm as long as she stays away. How's that?
No good. I'm sorry, but I think you ought to feel some harm for her.
Sweetheart, look, if it is in Frank's best interest that he has Delia's cooperation to get this annulment, we'd all better hope that Delia stays safe.
And sane.
Take that.
If that's Delia, let me talk to her.
Oh.
Hello? Yes, I'll accept it. It's from Siobhan.
Oh, I do hope that she's out of jail.
Hello, darling. How are you? Where are you? Wait a minute. Say that again.
Absorption offer.
Dear. Oh.
Hiya.
Oh, that was nice brandy, definitely.
Yes, it was.
The perfect nightcap.
Caps, my darling, nightcaps.
Ooh, that's right. We did have more than one, didn't
Well,
we?
I think I paid for 6.
Oh, we couldn't. Somebody must have joined us.
That little man who leaned on the table for a while.
He didn't join us, not really.
Well, that's the great thing about outdoor cafes. Anything can happen.
Did you get the feeling that the same people kept passing by? Like they were just going round in circles?
No.
No?
No, but at one point I was sure I saw that lovely ballerina.
Oh.
The one in the blue. I almost got up and went after her.
Well, you must have liked your first ballet.
I told you I thought it was beautiful.
No. You said you thought Wilhelmina Peters was beautiful. You didn't even say anything about the rest of the performance.
All of it was lovely. The grace, effortless precision. How old do you think she is?
Well, she's 20 if she's a day.
I want to have a picture of her.
Well, does she want a picture of you?
She might.
Wilhelmina Peters' heart belongs to the dance.
How do you know?
Because I am a member of the Ballet Guild. That keeps me on the inside track. Oh, did I tease too much? Oh.
No. I like having a wife on the inside track.
See that? I did a little ballet in my day. Guess what?
What?
There is a picture of Wilhelmina Peters right here in this very room. It's in the ballet program, and only I know where it is. I still can't believe that man sitting at our table. We didn't even say anything to him. We just sat there and drank our brandy.
Faith, love, where is the program?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wilhelmina, are you in there? No.
May I see the picture?
In just 1 second. Wilhelmina? Wilhelmina Peters, are you decent? My husband wants to see you. No. She says her heart belongs to the ballet. I don't know what's so funny about this. Wilhelmina.
Well, look, what about that fellow that was defending? Oh, I see.
What's she saying, John?
She's still in jail and she's mad as a hornet. Oh. But, sweetheart, how many people did you say were in your cell? Well, of course, you're miserable.
She couldn't share a bedroom either.
Well, why? What do you want it for? Well, yeah, sure, I can get it. I think he lives somewhere around San Francisco. Yes, I'll look for it, darling, but if you want to take my advice, why don't you take the easy solution and pay the fines or you can walk out of that place? Seems she isn't interested in the easy solution.
Give me that. Siobhan?
I'm officially related to this kid.
Maybe one of the more exciting things I've done for you.
Look now, will you please slow down? I can't follow you. The main thing I want to know is, are you all right? Fine. Now, when are you going to stop all this nonsense? Well, he's Oakland, outside of San Francisco. What do you want to know for? Siobhan, I think it would be more to the point if you'd straighten out your own life.
Talks back to your mother, huh?
Frequently. It does not go down well.
But your father takes it.
Oh, Siobhan's his baby girl.
Seems to me she get a good swift kick in the rear.
Oh, watch it. Don't talk like that when Da's around.
Well, we would like to know when and if you're coming home, darling. All right. Take care of yourself now.
Now, wait a minute, I have to give her Jim Sheehan's address.
I gave it to her, Oakland. Do you know why she wanted to know it?
Well, there's something about she wants a story in his magazine.
No. She's going to sit there right in jail until Jim or somebody else interviews her and takes a picture. The whole thing is a publicity stunt.
And that's not true. It is a matter of principle for her staying in jail. She believes in the right of the worker to strike.
She asked about anybody here?
No, thank the Lord. She was calling collect.
Knowing Siobhan, she's calling collect all over the country.
Now, my dear, it is not for you to criticize your sister, please. Now, what's this bit about him not talking when I'm around, huh?
I didn't say he couldn't talk.
Well, whatever you said, what did you mean?
I was trying to explain how sensitive you are when it comes to Siobhan. Well, come on, Da. You won't hear a bad word about her, isn't that so?
That is not true, not in the least.
All right. I just hope she doesn't decide to come home and put some excitement into Frank's campaign.
Now, wait a minute. Just the fact of the matter is that Siobhan is an original. Now, so are you, darling, so are you. But her direction is a little more unorthodox. So, of course, when she gets into a scrape, every once in a while, she needs a little stronger will than most.
Thank goodness does she have that.
All right, that'll do, Mary.
Now, just listen. If I am a little bit sensitive where Siobhan is concerned, it is because I detect in this family a tendency to use her as a scapegoat, and I'm on the watch for that.
A scapegoat? She's never been blamed for anything. She arrives home in a police car because she and her friends decide it would be fun to form a human barricade across Broadway, and you smile. I'd have been grounded for a month.
Well, in the first place, she was just a kid. In the second place,
She
the
was
police were over.
16. And I really don't want to get into this.
Well, then what'd you bring it up for?
She didn't. She made a private remark to me, and you demanded an explanation.
Listen, mister, I'll thank you to stay out of this, huh?
You used a civil tone with Mary, and I will.
All right, that's enough. You two, you're going to wake up the children.
Now, listen, Mary and I are capable of understanding each other without any help from you.
She says her baby sister's a pain in the neck.
Now,
You
don't you
understand that?
criticize Siobhan!
All right, now I've said it for the last time. I want you to quiet down. Or you might see what real trouble is.
Will you look at us? We're in our usual uproar over Siobhan, and she's over 3,000 miles away.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that.
That was my only program.
Faith, please, it doesn't matter.
I was just being silly. It was stupid.
I know, it wasn't you. Forgive me. I will never, never hurt you. You must believe that.
Tom, I don't understand.
I know. Come and sit down for a minute. Sometimes when I drink a lot, I get terribly angry. It flares up and then it goes. I promise it will never happen again. No more brandy, just tea for me.
You weren't angry at the cafe. What did I do?
You teased me. I know I said it was all right, but I couldn't take it after all. All of a sudden, I felt frustrated. Like a little boy reaching for a toy and having his father move it out of his grasp. I'm playful most of the time. It's the drink.
Did your father tease you when you were little?
When he wasn't ignoring me, he teased me. It was the best he could do, I suppose. Pathetic.
Infuriating.
Yes. It's all those old angers coming back again. You see, it wasn't you.
Tom, maybe you should pay attention to all that anger and rage that's inside of you. It's been there since childhood. I don't know that much about it except what you've told me and from tonight. Tom, there's a lot of control there. It's not good. It could be dangerous.
No.
Not to me. I'm not saying that. To you.
But it's part of my nature to control anger. On the other hand, I let love run completely free. What I have to do is limit the drinking.
That's not the solution.
When I was 10 or so, I was playing with a bunch of friends outside an old barn when they locked me inside. It was just a prank, but it took me by surprise. I came down from the loft and the doors were closed. I tried to force them open, but I couldn't. And all I could hear were my friends howling with the laughter outside. Then I tried the windows, but they were boarded up and I couldn't pull them off. Lord, the things kids do to each other.
Why don't you lie down?
Okay.
Then what happened? How did you get out?
Oh, through a hole in the roof. I jumped. I managed to catch one of the kids and I tied him to the barn door. I left him there for hours. My father said I was no better than an animal. Later on, I found out that my arm was broken.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, it didn't hurt at the time, or if it did, I don't remember. Faith, when I'm angry, I can't react right away. I mean, if something small upsets me, I have to put it aside for a while.
Tom, no one can be that much in control. No one.
I am. As long as I'm sober. Faith, I can handle it. I haven't done any serious drinking for 4 years. Not since that night in the alley with James Dunhill. And it will be 4 more and 4 after that and on and on.
Was it the same fury that you felt when he came after you with the chains?
I don't remember much of it except that I got up. He didn't. Oh, Faith, tell me how badly I've frightened you.
And I'm not frightened. I'm sad for you.
You mustn't be sad for me. I love you. And everything is going to work out.
I hope so. I'm glad the honeymoon isn't over yet.
I didn't end it.
No.
She didn't even wake up when I changed her.
Best kid there is.
What, coffee at this hour? She's afraid it'll keep you awake?
I'm thirsty.
Okay. Maybe it'll cheer you up a bit, hmm?
What does that mean?
Means you're in a lousy mood. You hardly spoke the whole way home.
Made a mistake tonight. I feel stupid.
Why? Because you picked up my argument?
No.
Oh? Why then?
I didn't pick up your argument.
Well, somebody did. 1 minute I was yelling at Da, and then this voice comes from somewhere telling him to keep a civil tone with me. Wasn't that you?
I don't find that even faintly amusing.
Well, as a matter of fact, I wasn't particularly amused myself. I know you meant well, but I do prefer to fight my own battles, especially when it comes to Siobhan. Da and I have been arguing about her for years. It's almost like a ritual. We usually end up giving in about 1/4 of an inch, but it helps. We feel better.
Man, I was really off base tonight, wasn't I? I should have just stayed here and worked.
Now, what mistake did you make, hmm?
Let your father put me down.
No. He was just blowing off some steam. Hmm? Come on, let's go to bed. I'm not in such a good mood myself.
Well, at least you're comfortable at Ryan's. It's a hell of a lot more than I could say.
Jack, my mother loves you. My father was being impossible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I've been breaking my neck trying to be pleasant to him. And not only doesn't he appreciate it, he fights it. You ever listen to him when he goes on about Ryan, huh? Not once has he ever talked about her as connected to my side of the family, huh? Yeah, you know, she could have brown eyes, dark hair, and Sicily stamped all over her face. He'd still claim her. Yeah, she comes from dark Irish side of the Ryan family from the county Yoo-hoo.
Jack, he didn't even mention Ryan tonight.
Does he shut me out, huh?
Yes, there is still some of that.
Some? I can't even mention your sister's name. Do you hear him? Benelli is not to talk about Siobhan.
Jack.
Jack? Jack what, huh? Don't pay any attention? Okay, yeah, I can say whatever comes into my head. As long as I don't mind him turning purple and your mother getting upset, and then you having to be in the middle between me and them. Yeah, sure, I don't mind if I create that lovely civilized situation. Well, I do. Ah! Damn! No.
Look, Ma and I have always been unusually close. Siobhan and Da have the same sort of thing. Now, you shouldn't feel shut out when he's being defensive about her because it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, well, it does if I'm not allowed to speak.
Well, just be glad you're not involved.
Mary, the point is I'm given orders, not a choice.
My God, even my sister's name creates havoc.
Your father treats me like the eunuch of the family, Mary.
Well, good luck when you finally meet Siobhan.
To hell with Siobhan!
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Let me go tell your daughter everything's okay.
Yeah. You really think Siobhan's gonna turn up?
Who knows?
Get your popcorn ready for the Sunday night movie on SoapNet. We have the stars you want to snuggle up to. Brad Pitt, Liam Neeson, Nicolas Cage, and so many more. The Sunday night movie, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. on SoapNet.